Acting Police Commissioner refutes report on Hela Security Operations. Mad rush for shoppers in Port Moresby. And touch competition ends off the last day of 2016.
This is National EMTV News with Meriba Tulo.
A very good evening. Welcome to our final news bulletin for 2016. Great to have your company. Acting Police Commissioner Raphael Huafolo has denied allegations published in one of the dailies claiming that he had issued threats to pull out police manpower and resources for the Hela Security Operations. He said the Hela Security Operations were sanctioned by the government and as a state entity responsible for the upkeep of law and order in the country. He strongly refuted these allegations and called on those responsible to report fairly and accurately when covering highly sensitive issues concerning the country's internal security.
The Acting Police Commissioner strongly refuted allegations that appeared in one of the daily newspapers on Thursday this week.
The report has caused a lot of embarrassment for both the constabulary and the government, and therefore it is imperative for me as Acting Commissioner to put the record straight. The Hela Security Operations was sanctioned by the government, and as a state entity responsible for the upkeep of law and order in the country, it is the primary responsibility of the constabulary to facilitate such a call-out. In fact, I have appointed Assistant Commissioner David Manning to coordinate these very important security operations, and we are now mobilizing our resources to deploy manpower and resources to the funding once the funding is made available.
The security operations in Hela province will target illegal weapons with more emphasis on community awareness and intelligence gathering. Huafolo said that this call-out is very critical because it will also lay the foundation and determine the success of the upcoming national general elections in Hela province.
I sincerely apologize to the government of Papua New Guinea for the misreporting and the embarrassments caused. As Acting Commissioner, I can assure you that every effort is being made by the constabulary to conform to this government directive in a bid to restore law and order in the Hela province.
The Acting Police Commissioner said that the new year must be welcomed with peace.
On that note, I thank EMTV for this news opportunity, and I would like to also extend my New Year greetings to all members of the constabulary serving across our beautiful nation.
Fabian Haklitz, National EMTV News.
It's just hours away before we say goodbye to 2016 and welcome the new year 2017. Shoppers in Port Moresby ensured they grabbed goodies in the shops for the New Year celebrations today. Fabian Haklitz caught some of them in the rush hour.
Despite showers and rain this morning, this didn't stop the city residents from doing their New Year last-minute shopping. A drive around the capital city at 9 in the morning saw not many people in supermarkets like Waterfront in downtown Port Moresby. At Toguba Hill, we caught up with Joe Isaau, a security personnel.
Sit down, how about me stop to new player go all player me sit down stop come me stop right come now new player to me tintin me like stop good now.
By 10 supermarkets like Stop and Shop Central Waikani, it was another rush hour crowded with shoppers like Whitney Kapiliaka. Most were eyeing the freezer goods. Even there was no parking space for vehicles at the car park.
Shopping na go back laos ko mipla fry sausage na. One mo really something na mipla ke na mama celebrate tomorrow mipla continue lo mipla ya mipla 2017.
At Stop and Shop Badili, we caught up with little Joey Benson.
Jista lumpla or dios and ampla lago flowers.
You school?
Yes, my school Lima Primary School.
Security personnel Stephen Kogma also gave us an update of the New Year rush hour shopping at Stop and Shop Badili.
Man been pull up no through na still stop yet in up 3 o'clock 2 o'clock is a time population stop yet and been alright security over something alright na Hela Security bin stop lo ground na ogta apem safe so ogta customers feel safe na bin buy mul kage blo last pla celebrations blo siania.
Now, it's predicted that the New Year celebrations here in the capital city might be the same as the Christmas celebrations here in the capital city of Port Moresby, which was peaceful. Now, with police presence on all roadblocks, safety is being guaranteed. Happy New Year to you all. Now it's back to you, Mariba.
Thanks, Fabian, for that. Turning overseas now, and the Spanish capital Madrid has increased security since yesterday ahead of New Year's Eve celebrations. This comes after the recent attack at a Berlin Christmas market. The measures include an additional contingent of 1,900 police personnel in the city.
Madrid heightened security for New Year's celebrations after a truck attack at a Christmas market in Berlin this month. The Interior Ministry said 800 police will patrol the central Puerta del Sol square on December 30th and 31st, where the practice run and the actual New Year's Eve celebrations are held. The festivities attract tens of thousands of people. For the second year running, access to Puerta del Sol Square, where revelers traditionally gathered to ring in the new year, will be restricted to 25,000 people, with police setting up barricades to control access. On Friday, large pots as well as concrete blocks and bollards were put in place to block off roads leading to the Puerta del Sol. The City Hall announced that for the first time, Madrid will also restrict access to crowded areas in the city for trucks weighing over 3,500 kilograms on January 3rd, 4th and 5th. On these days, the city celebrates the Epiphany, a major holiday in Spain where families traditionally attend parades featuring the biblical three kings. Police will prevent large trucks from circulating in affected areas before and after the parades. Madrid Mayor Manuela Carmena encouraged people to celebrate the festivities.
No debe haber miedo. Lo importante es tener una actitud vital y positiva, y si todos nos ponemos a pensar en aquellas infinidad de sucesos que nos pueden acaecer, no nos moveríamos, ¿no? No hay por qué tener miedo, y yo creo que hay que aprovechar y disfrutar estas fiestas lo mejor que todos podamos.
Melissa Guevara, EMTV World News.
You're watching National EMTV News. When we come back, the city of Paris also tightened security amid fears of a terrorist attack during the New Year celebrations. Stay with us. Welcome back to the news. Almost 100,000 soldiers and policemen will be deployed across France to celebrate New Year celebrations. Authorities warned that terrorist threats remained acute after the holiday season was overshadowed by the Christmas market attack. Some 600,000 people are expected to welcome 2017 amid a heavy police and military presence.
In Paris alone, 10,300 policemen, soldiers and firemen, along with other officials, will be involved in the operation. France's Interior and Defense ministers joined a patrol in Louvre Museum on Friday to meet security staff and show that the government was taking action in the face of a threat described as high.
We have to be permanently vigilant.
On Wednesday, police in southwest France arrested a man suspected of planning an attack on New Year's Eve. Two other people, one of whom was suspected of having planned an attack on police, were arrested in a separate raid also in southwest France near Toulouse, police sources told Reuters. Islamic State gunmen killed 130 people in the French capital last November, leading to somber New Year festivities with the light show curtailed. Le Drian, visiting the Paris barracks of some 10,000 soldiers involved in France's internal security mission on Friday, said the operation had been updated since 2015. In Berlin, police closed the Paris-Platz square in front of the Brandenburg Gate and prepared to deploy 1,700 extra officers, many along a party strip where armored cars will flank concrete barriers blocking off the area. Melissa Guevara, EMTV World News.
You're watching National EMTV News. Trukai Sports is next. We'll be back with the details after these messages.
Trukai Sports.
Welcome to Trukai Sports. To football abroad now, and Cristiano Ronaldo has turned down the chance to leave Real Madrid for an unnamed Chinese club for the transfer fee of 300 million euros, according to his agent. This is equivalent to 976 million kina. Speaking to Sky Italia at the Globe Soccer Awards in Dubai, Jorge Mendes said the deal would have been worth 100 million euros a year ago to the Portugal striker.
News of the offer made to European champions Real Madrid came on the same day Argentina striker Carlos Tevez joined the Chinese Super League side Shanghai Shenhua from Boca Juniors. No financial details were disclosed, but media reports said Shenhua had paid 84 million euros, which is equivalent to 273 million kina, for former Manchester City and Manchester United forward Carlos Tevez. Last week, Brazilian midfielder Oscar joined local rival Shanghai SIPG from Chelsea for a fee that media reports put at 60 million euros, which is equivalent to 195 million kina. Yesterday, Ronaldo and his Real Madrid teammates participated in a training session which was open to fans, following a tradition the club has followed in the festive season. Shane Soroya, National MTV Sports.
Still on football, Argentinians have taken in their stride the announcement that Carlos Tevez becomes the latest high-profile international player to join the Chinese Super League after the signing of the Argentinian striker. Although no financial details of the deal were released, media reports have suggested that the Chinese club paid 84 million euros for Tevez.
Lástima, pero lamentablemente quedamos sin un jugador importante acá. Para Boca y para todos, vamos a ir a la Argentina.
Y no se tendría que haber ido porque es hincha de Boca, que se fue sin hablar, pero qué bueno que él tomó su decisión.
Se está yendo porque es una mejora económica para él y para su familia. Va a seguir siendo siempre un ídolo de Boca, por más que se vaya ahora en este momento, no hay ningún problema.
The hefty price tag will make Tevez the world's sixth most expensive player, behind Paul Pogba, Gareth Bale, Cristiano Ronaldo and Neymar. Tevez is also in line to become the sport's highest paid player, with the striker reportedly earning around $750,000 per week, a 2-year contract with Shenhua. Argentines say they know the decision was based on economics and hope that Tevez will play at home again at some point.
Sí, bueno, se va porque quiere hacer su diferencia de plata, pero en Boca lo amamos. Se tiene que ir, que se vaya, pero bueno, esperemos que vuelva y se retire en Boca.
The 32-year-old is the second big money arrival for China's biggest city in less than a week, after Brazilian midfielder Oscar joined local rival Shanghai SIPG from Chelsea in a deal believed to be worth 60 million euros. Tevez, who played for West Ham United, Manchester United, Manchester City and Juventus during a decade in Europe after leaving Boca for Brazil's Corinthians in 2005, ended his second spell with the Argentine club on a high. Having helped the club win the league title last year, Tevez starred in a 4-2 win over arch-rivals River Plate in the Super Clásico earlier this month, a victory that lifted Boca into first place in the championship. In Shanghai, Tevez will team up with other high-profile internationals, including Senegalese striker Demba Ba, Nigerian forward Obafemi Martins, and Colombian midfielder Freddy Guarin. Jeremy Moggy, National MTV Sports.
Back home, and one community in Port Moresby ended their 8-week touch competition on the last day of 2016. MTV Sports was at the scene and witnessed the men's and women's grand final today.
Mountain Cowgirls and Hump Steelers battled for the 2016 Cup Grand Final. Though the grounds were plain, players played their hats out. Steelers showed dominance early in the first quarter when Lindsay Lucky scored the first try. By halftime, there was no response from the Cowgirls. The second half saw a turnaround on the score sheet when the Cowgirls restored 2 tries, placing them at the lead this time. And that got the Steelers going, and they pushed the Cowgirls back, and before they knew it, 2 touchdowns occurred in just 5 minutes. By full-time, Ham Steelers defeated a blue and gold team with a 3-2 scoreline. Dinero Rico, National EMTV Sports.
And that's how we end Trukai Sports for 2016. After the break, here with the details for the next 24 hours.
Trukai Sports. Trukai Sports.
The weather details are proudly brought to you by Dulux Weather Shield. Worth doing with Dulux.
Here's a look at the weather for the next 24 hours in the southern region. Port Moresby, Daru, Kerma, Alotau, Popondetta, all the centers to expect some showers over the next 24 hours. To the Momasa region, cloudy with showers in Ley, Madang, Wibak and Vanimo, some rain in Wau. To the New Guinea Islands region, Lorengau, Kavieng, Kokopo, Rabaul and Kimbe, rain and storms, cloudy in Buka. And in the Highlands region, cloudy with some rain in Mount Hagen, Goroka, Kundiawa, Mendi and Wabeg, cloudy with some showers over the next 24 hours.
The weather details are proudly brought to you by Dulux Weather Shield. Worth doing with Dulux.
Now, before we go, EMTV will conduct the second draw of the Coca-Cola competition. Taste the feeling after the news tonight. There will be 11 draws for 6 lots of 1,000 kina winners, 3 lots of 5,000 kina winners, and 2 lots of 10,000 kina winners. Could be your lucky day. The next draw is scheduled for 14th January 2017, and the mega draw for a massive 150,000 kina is set for the 28th of January 2017. But for now, on behalf of the news team, it has been a pleasure bringing the news to you in 2016. We look forward to your company next year. Good night.